Mukama webale Yesu. Woba okuba engalo zikubire eddala nga zivuga. Clap your hands, all you nations. Just go ahead and clap your hands to the Lord. God is a good God. Hallelujah. You may get seated. The weather is not very good. It is cold out there. And rain was raining around 4 o'clock. To us, this is winter. Auntie, where she lives, where he lives, sent me a picture. Yeah, that is Larry. The entire world becomes white, and that is in minus. If you don't put on a coat, that is his home. You freeze in 5 minutes. You touch your nose and you don't feel. That's where you are going. And that situation takes 6 months. 6. From late October to the end of April and part of May. So chovola bantu betuba tukola Christmas tree. That is the only tree that does not lose any leaf. But you know, now that is minus 30 Fahrenheit. It goes below 0, it becomes freezing. But you wonder young men are able to enjoy that. I don't think I can manage that. And vehicles actually skid off the roads. They skid off the roads. They bring breakdowns to pull them. So if you want to go to America, you see, there are times all about. There are times when the entire cars is covered and you cannot see any single car. Now I want you to see the footsteps of Larry. The shoes is going down deep into the snow. You remove off that jacket in 5 minutes, you become a pillar. That is the weather you want to go to. Now, this young lady here is putting on a jacket. And this one is putting on a double jacket. That's where your sisters are. Do you still want to go? Very terrible that vehicles need breakdowns. So that's why me and Justine, we normally travel the middle of September, because in the middle of September we are coming from the hot temperature to the cool one. Cool, not cold. So September to early October is like Uganda. Early September and late middle September and early October is moderate temperature like Uganda. So I normally make that choice to travel in that time. There is a time I went to Pastor Robert Kayanja to Phoenix, Arizona. We were traveling together. He was preaching in one of the largest churches there. And the temperature there was 111 Fahrenheit. You could not see a human being walking on the street. You put an egg on the veranda and it cooks in 7 minutes. In Phoenix, in summer. No human being. It is the 4th largest city in the United States. The 4th largest. But in summer, temperatures go to 111, 112. From your car, you are given 7 seconds to enter the mall. From the mall, you are given 7 seconds to enter the car. I think that's why the whites have got discipline. Because if you don't do, you dehydrate and die. From your car, there is air conditioning, cool air. You are given 7 seconds to enter a restaurant. Because when you enter a restaurant, there is cool air. After you eat your lunch, 7 seconds to your car. You can't see anybody moving, walking in a city of 3.7 million people. The 4th largest. So, oba nembeera yatabira obanjogera byakyo olumujogera ebitankwatako oba nembeera yabawaliriza omanyi wano tuli vereleze kakati oyo omuwala omuto ekimwambaza ebijaketi bya winter kiki oyo atudire mukyala mutebi ayambadde ddala Lale byayambadde oyo nina bendaba emisana mu kitoolo nga nvuga emmotoka ayambala ebijaketi bino ebya winter nateekako ne kihuudu ku mutwe ku ssaawa 7 ogw'emisana ku ssaawa 7 ogw'emisana ng'abisse ekijaketi bwati n'ekikoofiira ku mutwe oba sitayiro oba dizayini musono kakati periodi eno Lale gyalimu bw'ogenda mu mall essuuti yagulanga $1,000 kati yagula $150 kuba teri agenda kugyambala emyezi 6 ne Joe Biden ne Donald Trump bonna bambala we bati so bameka bagala ogendeera Zaweda mayinti njogera kubatiisatiisa mwana obudde bunyogoga nze nali nfiire Bungereza ng'ate March netandika okuva amasira mu matu empewo yannyingira nze ndabweri nga nepankapanga n'ebintu by'e Uganda. And that is the when I made a decision I'll never travel to the Western world in summer or in winter. I saw the summer in Chicago. I saw the summer in Phoenix. I'll never go to USA in summer. And I'm trying to bwana baba genda kugenda out ya jogenda laba omwana we. Nze musajja neekadide ndi myaka 6. Mukyala gunjo kyensano ko obwongo. Harriet Obo. Now this is simpler to Canada. This is a half of Canada. Canada, you don't even see a single car. They are all covered in snow. kakati obusiru bwaffe mu Africa buvaawo.
Our foolishness in Africa comes from there.
Tetulina kitutiisa,
There's nothing that threatens us.
tetulina kitubonyaabonya.
Nothing makes us suffer.
Nsobola okwambala essaati eno wiiki namba.
Wear this shirt for a whole week.
Naye ne mbuuza nti mu myaka gya Stone Age, how were they surviving?
I ask myself that in the time of Stone Age, baamalangako batya?
Kati that road you see,
Olwo oluguudo lw'olaba
there are trucks who comes with salt,
waliwo ebimotoka ebijja n'omunnyo.
and they pour salt on the entire streets of all cities in America.
Enguudo zonna mu Amerika ne bagenda nga baziyiwako omunnyo.
And then the wheel loaders come removing snow from the roads.
Bino ebirala ne bijja nga bikolokotako.
There is a time, can we have Larry's home? Larry's home, please. Ebadeke number. Larry's home. Eyo, that's where he lives. Justin. There is a time when you wake up
Waliwo lw'ozuukuka
and the snow is as far as the window level.
nga omuzira gulinnye paka ku ddirisa
You can't even open the door.
nga tusaana kuggulawo luggi.
So you get alarm messages on your phone, stay indoors all day today.
Ati emesegi ne zijja ku ssimu nti musigale mu mayumba gammwe olunaku lwonna.
Even when you want to go,
Ne bw'oba ng'oyagala
you can't push the door because the door is halfway snow.
okusindika luggi ddugula kubanga omuzira gutuuse mu makkati g'oluggi.
When you walk out,
Bw'ofuluma
ojja kulinnya engatto ekigere kiyingire oba nga drowning nga paka wano,
you put in your leg and you'll be like drowning.
ng'olina kusigala mu nnyumba
You just have to stay in the house.
oba nnaku bbiri
Whether 2 days
oba lumu
or 1 day
oba ssatu.
or 3.
Era mukyayagala ogenda,
You still want to go.
era mukyayagala ogenda.
You still want to go. Naye badda.
Afaane nawe oyagala ogenda, okyayagala Uganda, gwolinga nze. Kale, let's clap our hands to the Lord. Anyway, ebyo mbyogedde kubanga the weather is not very good.
Spoken that because embeera y'obudde si nnungi.
Nabadde saagala nakubuulira nga mmanyi nti oba empewo ejja kuba nnyingi nnyo.
To preach, I thought it was going to be very cold.
So we are organizing, as Mukyala Mutebi said, our crusade is just 1 day away.
Crusade yaffe ekuzannya olunaku lumu lwokka.
Twagala okubeebaza ennyo
We want to thank you so much.
mwenna abali mu kukola.
All of you that are working.
Twagala okubeebaza ennyo
We thank you so much.
mwenna abawagira mu ssente.
All of you that are supporting in
Twagala
class.
okubeebaza ennyo waliwo abali ku site already abakola.
There are others already at the site working.
Moses simanyi oba ali luddawa.
I don't know where Moses is.
Moses and your team, the truck will be here at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Emmotoka egenda kubeera wano ssaawa emu ku makya.
We should be parking sound system for testing.
Ojja kuba muteeka ebyuma ogenda okubigezesa.
Tujja kukozesa abantu abajja okusaba wano bakutikkireko emmotoka egende bw'etuuka eyo etandike drive zaayo. So we are finalizing all the details there.
Tuli mu kumaliriza enteekateeka eyo.
The security was there to cross-check the ground today.
Tuli kyebaddeyo okwekebejja ekifo.
The anti-terrorism security was there.
N'aba-anti-terrorism nabo babaddeyo.
The SFC from Zei Kayanja was there.
SFC Amzee Kayanja naye ebaddeyo.
Uganda police was there.
Uganda Police naye erabiseeko.
So we are trying to make sure the place is secured security-wise.
Tugezaako okulaba nti ekifo kikuumiddwa bulungi.
And, big is big, so there is nothing we can do.
Munene aba munene.
Big is big. We have to always to go with that. The dogs are coming tomorrow.
Embwa bazireetedda.
Since there's a police ezirumu enjala.
These are police dogs that are hungry.
So tuli mu final gear.
We are in the final year.
Naye akasente. But so anyone who has got anything to give,
Olina ekyokuwaayo,
just continue to give.
alekera maaso ng'okiwaayo.
Just go ahead and support.
Mwongere okuwagira.
And the funds are very, very needed very
Era
much.
ssente tuzeetaagira ddala nnyo.
Yesterday was Pastor Kanja's birthday. That's why I was not here.
Buli nabadde ku birthday y'omusumba Kayanja, ensonga lwaki saabadde wano.
I went with my children
Nagenze n'abaana bange
to celebrate the birthday.
tujja kuzibaaside.
Omusajja bw'aba ajja ku lwomukaaga n'akuyita ku mukolo gwe n'otagenda.
The man is coming on Saturday and he invites you on his occasion and you don't go there.
Agambye abaana munnange omusajja oba atuyise,
If he has invited us
let's go
tugende.
so that we celebrate. Birthdays are very important things to do.
Birthday bintu bikulu nnyo ebyokukola.
Wesiza Yesu ze kunandisabye Katonda okuwumba.
Thank you for being an example to all of us of the love of Jesus.
I also took Malachi to teach what was
The greatest father-in-law that I could ever ask for.
gwe sizaala kyasinze gwe nandisabye Katonda okumpa.
And thank you for being an example to all of us of the love of
ono Robert Junior amuyigiriza engeri gye bawasaamu akawala akazungu. Yeko kali luddawa ebifaananyi ebyo amaalo kawala akazungu buli omu ayagala kifaananyi. Olaba nange musajja nze sibeera mu buzungu, nze mbeera mu buddugavu. Akawala akazungu kaaka baabali wali kawala akazungu wantu tulinawo akawala akazungu. This is mukyala Jessica Kayanja. Awo amugamba olaba kano bakawasa bwe bati makasa aluwa ye bannange aluwa wano waliwo akazungu kale akakyotala akawala ana kaluwa nga kazungu. Anyway, we had fun. We ate until we could not eat anymore. I told Pastor Sof I'm not around, so please lead the program today. Sometimes I have to be in these functions, so I'm not very good socially. Naye ebintu ebikwata ku pastor wange I normally sacrifice and I do that. Okay, katusome ekyandikibwa kitono nnyo n'oluvannyuma tukole. Daniel chapter 6 and verse number 7. Hopefully. And the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes and the counselors and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whoever shall ask a petition of any god or any man. Can we have a simpler translation? Because petition sometimes we are all in agreement, we administrators, officials, high officers, advisors, and governors, that the king should make a law that will be strictly enforced. He should make a what?
A law.
That should be what?
Strictly enforced.
Give orders that for the next 30 days, any person who prays to anyone, divine or human, except to you, your majesty, will be thrown into the den of lions. The government of the Babylonian kingdom was anti-God. So they chose to target and kill Daniel. And his three colleagues. These 4 men were very excellent in science, well excellent in knowledge and skill. And they were Hebrews, and they were worshiping only the God of heaven. So they made all plans to get hold of them against the government, but they failed to get any accusation they could get hold of them. They obeyed every commandment. They obeyed every rule of the government of the Babylonian kingdom. The only thing they rebelled against was anything to do with worshiping an idol other than the God of heaven. Olw'okuba baabulwa awantu wonna we babakwatira nti bamenya amateeka. Kokasi ya NRM yeeyo
caucus of NRM of that place.
ne baleeta ekiteeso
And they brought
ne bagamba nti ffenna twakkiriziganyizza
and they said, we all of us agreed.
ba administrators,
The administrators,
ba officials,
the abakungu,
ba high officers,
abakungu abawabuzi,
ffenna twakkiriziganyizza
we all
ba
agreed.
advisors,
Abawabuzi,
ba governors,
bagavana,
ffenna twakkiriziganyizza
we are all in
nti
agreement
kabaka akole etteeka
that the king may make a law.
ate bw'amala okulikola
And after making it,
aligoberera okulituukiriza,
and follow after it
strictly enforce it.
to enforce it.
Ne bamugamba nti kabaka leka ateekewo ekiragiro
And they said that God, the king put a law
nti mu nnaku eziddako 30
that in the next 30 days,
omuntu yenna
any person
anaasaba ekintu ekirala kyonna,
who prays to anything,
oba kiri divine
whether it is divine
oba kiri human,
or human,
nga tasabye gwe your majesty,
not praying to you, your majesty,
asuulibwe mu bunnya bw'empologoma.
be thrown in the den of lions.
Kino tebaakikola kubanga abaali baagala okukola etteeka baanoonya obakwatira Dawudi ne wabawubula.
They did this because they looked for where to arrest Daniel and they failed to get.
Daniel was blameless,
Daniel yali talinako kyakunenyezebwa.
nga you could not arrest him for any cause or any offense.
Katosobola kumuvunaana musango gwonna.
The only thing you could get arrest of him
Nga kyosobola omukwatizaako kyokka
is something to deal with God.
kyekyo ekikwatagana ne Katonda.
Era kye nagamba abantu abatusamoninga mu ofiisi eyo mbu tuleekaana.
That's what I told those people who are summoning us, that we are shouting.
Ne mbagamba okuleekaana kuli mu DNA yaffe.
And I told them that shouting is in our DNA.
Ffe abalokole tuli baleekaanyi.
We the born agains are shouters.
Nze nja kugondera amateeka gonna
I'll follow all the laws
okugyako eri okuleekaana.
except the one for shouting.
Era nimbagamba mba mwagala okuntwalako mu kkomera,
And I told them, if you want to imprison me,
mulintwala
they
lwakuleekaana.
will take me there because of shouting.
Ne bakkiriziganya
They agreed
ne bayisa etteeka nga ligamba
and passed a law
nti mu nnaku eziddako 30,
that in the next 30 days,
lwaki ennaku 30?
why 30 days?
Zennyini ze tulimu kati.
These are the days we are in now.
We are in 30 days.
We are in 30 days.
Paalamenti yawe ekola etteeka nga lya 30 days.
Which parliament makes a law for 30 days?
Because the law of the land must be perpetual and permanent.
Kubanga etteeka ery'ensi lirina okubanga
Naye bo baamanya
lya lubeerera.
baamanya kye bagoba.
They knew what they were after.
Baanoonya Danyeri mu mateeka gonna ne bamulema okumuvunako ensonga.
They looked for Daniel in all the laws and they failed to get.
Bible gamba he was
The
blameless.
Bible says teyalinaako nsobi.
Ne bakimanya oluvannyuma
And they understood later
nti engeri yokka gy'osobola okufunamu Danyeri, Shadrach, Meshach ne
that
Abednego
the only way you can get Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego
is about their God.
ng'okutte Katonda waabwe.
Baali bakimanyi
They knew
nti Danyeri omusango gw'ayinza okuzza gwokka
that the crime that Daniel can commit,
tasobola kusinza kibumbe,
he cannot worship an
tasobola
idol,
kusinza kifaananyi,
cannot worship an image,
tasobola kusinza Katonda yenna
not worship any other God
atali owa Ibulayimu, Isaaka ne Yakobo.
except the one of Abraham, Isaac,
Ne
and
bakola
Jacob.
etteeka lya lunaku,
So they made a law of 30 days,
era nga bamanyi nti mu nnaku 3 bajja kuba bamaze omumukwata.
knowing that in 30 days they would have arrested him.
So ne bagamba
And they said,
mu nnaku eziddako 30,
in the next 30 days,
any person
omuntu yenna
who prays to anyone,
anaasaba eri omuntu yenna.
olwo bali ku
Now
Danyeri,
they were on Daniel
because they knew Daniel was not going to let down to worship his only God.
kubanga bakimanya nti Danyeri tagenda kukkiriza kusinza katonda mulala.
Whether that person is divine or human, except your majesty, will be thrown into the den of lions.
Omuntu nga tasinzizza gwe ajja kusulibwa mu bunnya bw'empologoma.
Ne bagamba katumugezeseeko ennaku 30.
They said, let's test him for 30 days.
Danyeri tasobola kumala nnaku 30
Daniel cannot spend 30 days
nga takolodde emikono okusinza Katonda we.
without lifting his hands to worship his God.
Etteeka nga ligamba
The law was saying
nti kabaka Nabukadduneeza yekka
that only King Nebuchadnezzar
yateekwa okusinzibwa.
was the one to be worshipped.
Verse number 8 egamba,
Olw'omunaana.
and now your majesty
Kati nno Oweekitiibwa Kabaka
issue and sign this law so it cannot be changed.
yessa etteeka lino era lireme kuba nga likyusibwa.
An official of the Medes and Persians
Etteeka
that cannot be revoked. Bano abasajja bakokasi ba NRM ya Persia tebaakola tteeka kuyamba ggwanga, baakola tteeka nga batagitinga a certain particular person. That's why it's very, very important when Parliament is making laws. You should know that now I'm in power, tomorrow I will not be. Because the law you are passing today will catch you up with you tomorrow. What you are passing today will catch you tomorrow. That's why we should make these laws in the interest of the country, not targeting someone, because at the end of the day somebody might kick you out of cabinet and you no longer have that immunity. You are bound by the same law. Kati bantu balikola nga balikolera batagitinga a certain individual. Issue this law so it cannot be changed. How do you say there is a law that cannot be changed in 30 days? Kubanga mu nnaku 3 lijja kuvaawo. Naye bakimanyi nti Daniel tasobola kuweza nnaku 30 nga tagolodde emikono eri Katonda. So 30 days is very important. An official of the Medes and Persians that cannot be revoked. Verse number 9. Verse number 9. So King Darius signed the law. Kati kanfuukemu a little bit political. Not every law that is signed, passed by Parliament, is good for the people. Because certain laws are targeting certain people. And those people will die. But the law does not die. You cannot repeal a law. Repeal. You cannot remove. You can't abolish a law. The only thing you can do with the law is to, what language do they use? To amend. Good. Is to amend. You just amend. And many times amendments are strict and tougher than the law itself. So amateeka gano mugalaba. Akati nzijukira waliwo etteeka lye baaleeta erya decentralization. Lyali likoze? Terikolanga. Abantu baaligaana. Naye mu decentralization bali parliament terikolanga nakati.
Decentralization was issued in Parliament, but it has never worked up to now.
People rejected it because people wanted their traditional leaders. They don't want politicians to be over. They are local, you know, to rule over their traditional leaders. So they refused it. But the law is still there. Kakati ono Darius na signing etteeka, bambi naye bamubuzaabuza, teyamanya nti basayininga kubanga yali mukwano gwa Danieli nnyo. Kyovola Bayibuli nti ne bwe baamusula mu bunnya bw'empologoma, kubanga yatasobola kukyusa tteeka, era Bayibuli nti ekiro teyalya ate teyeebaka. But he had nothing to do but to fulfill what he had signed against. Era yakeera ku mpuku ya mpologoma. Agamba Daniel. So verse number 10, gye malinnya olw'okwogerako leero. But when Daniel learned that the law had been signed, he went home and knelt down as usual in his upstairs room with windows open towards Jerusalem. He prayed 3 times a day. myusa akantu ako. Very, very important. Daniel bwe yamanya nti etteeka kabaka
When
alisayininze,
Daniel learned that the law was signed,
yamanya ekintu eki,
he knew one thing.
I am the victim.
Nze gwe kikwatako.
I am the one going to be arrested.
Nze gwe bagenda okukwata.
I am the only person who cannot worship a human being.
Nze katayinza kusinza muntu.
He said this law has been made just for me.
N'akimanya nti lino etteeka balikoze ku lwange.
Kubanga lyali ligamba nti mu nnaku asatu
That within 30 days,
buli muntu yenna asinze gwe ayi kabaka Darius.
let everyone worship you, O King Darius.
Amazima ga Katonda ne bw'olireeta olwaleero
Even if you bring it today,
nga ligamba nti mu nnaku asatu mwenna musinze Bobi Wine oba Yoweri Museveni,
I say that within 30 days, worship Bobi Wine or Museveni.
nange sibasinza.
I will also not worship them.
That will be my day, either to go to the den of lions,
Lujja okuba olunaku lwange okugenda mu mpuku z'empologoma,
to the gallows,
oba ku kalabba,
or to the prison.
oba mu kkomera.
Because I cannot worship a human being.
Kubasinza okusinza muntu.
Ko ku nsi nsigazaako emyaka emeka?
Now, how many years am I remaining with on this earth?
I almost in half of my lifetime.
Ndi mu kitundu kya bulamu bwange.
Ntambule n'ese emyaka 37 nga mutakati.
I've moved with Jesus for 37 years and I live with him.
Natambula lega tulina sofa embwa zitugoba ku resort beach ng'embwa zigolo okutuluma.
And I moved with him when dogs were chasing us.
Tutambuza bigere.
Used to walk on foot.
Kati nina akamotoka kange kaako.
Now I'm having my kite is there.
Era eryo bw'oliyisa wano,
So when you issue that law here,
nze oba ontutte mu kkomera.
me, you will take me to prison.
Nti nkeere ku makya nga ngamba tibwarua Yoweri Kaguta
In the
Museveni.
morning and I say, oh,
Owangaale.
balyogera kati.
Bobi Wine ne bw'oba Ssaabasajja Kabaka.
Even if it is the king.
I have never bowed before him,
Nze si bwenamirangako kabaka.
and I have been with him in several meetings.
Ate mbadde naye mu meeting ez'enjawulo.
There is a time when I sat with him, he was seated here.
Natuula